You know what Prime Video does quietly, without making any noise about it? Adds genuinely brilliant films. No announcement, no massive banner on the homepage, just there, one day, waiting, while the algorithm keeps pushing the same 3 things it always pushes. Today I've gone in and pulled out 10 mystery thrillers that are actually on Prime right now. Not filler. Not watch if you have literally nothing else. Actually, genuinely good. The kind of films you text your friend about at midnight because you need to talk to someone. 10 of them. Ranked. Let's go. Number 10. Before I Go to Sleep.
What's happening? Who are you?
I'm your husband.
Every morning, Christine wakes up next to a man she doesn't know. He tells her he's her husband. He tells her she was in an accident. He tells her she loses her memories every night when she sleeps, and she has to decide every single morning whether to believe him. Nicole Kidman plays Christine, fragile on the surface, quietly determined underneath, and Colin Firth plays the husband. And here's the thing about Colin Firth in this. You know him as the safe one, the warm one, the trustworthy one. This film understands exactly what that means and uses it against you with real precision. The film was compared unfavorably to Gone Girl when it came out. Ignore that. They're doing completely different things. This one is quieter, more claustrophobic, more interested in what it actually feels like to wake up every day and not know who you are, or whether the person next to you deserves your trust. A hidden camera, a secret video diary, fragments of a truth she keeps uncovering, and forgetting, and uncovering again. Decent way to start the list. Solid, propulsive, exactly what it promises. Number 9. Under the Silver Lake.
Who moves out in the middle of the night?
Nothing strange about it. She wanted to leave. How does that not make sense?
I don't understand why she didn't tell me.
Maybe she didn't like you.
Right. This is the one that divides people. I'm going to be upfront with you. Under the Silver Lake is weird. Not in a fun, quirky way. In a David Lynch went to Hollywood and got obsessed with conspiracy zines way. Which is either your thing or it absolutely isn't. Andrew Garfield plays Sam, unemployed, about to be evicted, spending his days spying on neighbors and reading a fanzine called Under the Silver Lake about hidden messages encoded in pop culture. Then a woman he barely knows disappears from his apartment complex, and he starts investigating. What follows involves a serial dog killer, a billionaire's death, a mysterious songwriter, and a homeless man who calls himself a king. I'm not going to tell you how much of it makes sense, but I'll tell you this. Andrew Garfield is phenomenal in it, completely committed to a character who is ridiculous and lost, and strangely compelling. And the film is so beautiful to look at that even the scenes going nowhere are going nowhere gorgeously. Polarizing. Absolutely worth the risk. Number 8. The Iceman.
Roses are red, violets are blue. My Annabelle is as golden as the light of the moon.
Michael Shannon plays Richard Kuklinski, a real man, a real hitman, who killed somewhere between 100 and 250 people over 3 decades, while his wife and 2 daughters had absolutely no idea. That's the film. That's the whole terrifying premise. And what Shannon does with it is extraordinary. He doesn't play Kuklinski as a monster. He plays him as a husband who coaches Little League and comes home for dinner and has a look in his eyes that something isn't quite right about. That stillness, that specific calm, the way a man looks when nothing touches him. The supporting cast is wild. Ray Liotta, Winona Ryder, and Chris Evans as a hitman who drives an ice cream truck. The script doesn't fully match Shannon's performance. Critics said that, and they weren't wrong, but Michael Shannon could make a grocery list feel like a threat. Here, playing a man who freezes bodies to confuse coroners and goes home to watch his daughters open Christmas presents, he is something else entirely. Based on a true story. After it ends, Google the real Kuklinski interviews. Good luck sleeping. Number 7. Martha, Marcy May, Marlene.
Do you ever have that feeling where you can't tell if some things a memory or if it's something you dreamed.
Here's Elizabeth Olsen before the MCU got her, before the superhero suits and the franchise obligations. Just her, a farmhouse in upstate New York, and one of the most quietly devastating performances of the decade. Martha has escaped from a cult. She's staying with her sister and brother-in-law in Connecticut, trying to fit back into the normal world. And she can't. Not because she doesn't want to, because the cult is still inside her. In the way she sits, the way she answers questions, the way she climbs into her sister's bed in the middle of the night without understanding why that's strange. John Hawkes plays the cult leader Patrick, and he doesn't play him as a monster. He plays him as the most compelling, attentive, gentle person you have ever met, who will absolutely destroy you. Which is exactly how cults actually work. The film doesn't give you easy answers. It doesn't explain everything. The ending, which people either love or find infuriating, refuses to resolve. Because trauma doesn't resolve. That's the point. 90% on Rotten Tomatoes. Almost nobody's seen it. Correct that tonight. Number 6. Stay. Fair warning on this one, it is deliberately confusing. Not accidentally confusing, not a film that lost the plot and kept shooting, but confusing as a choice, on purpose, because the confusion is the point.
Did you ever hear of an artist named Tristan Revere?
Yeah, of course.
Do you like his work?
I've never seen it. Nobody has. He burned all his paintings before he killed himself.
He killed himself?
Mm-hmm.
Ewan McGregor plays a psychiatrist with a new patient, Ryan Gosling, who tells him calmly that he plans to execute himself on Saturday. And the doctor tries to find out why. And the world around him starts to behave oddly. Things that can't be in two places are. People who died keep appearing. The city starts folding in on itself. Mark Forster shot this like a dream that's trying to remember itself. Scenes don't cut. They bleed into each other. A staircase in one room becomes a staircase in another. Critics hated it, was a box office disaster, and now a cult film. What the film is actually about, and I'm not going to tell you, is something genuinely moving. Something about the final moments of a life, and the people who try to hold it in place. Ryan Gosling is a revelation. Ewan McGregor is exactly right. Go in patient, come out somewhere unexpected. Number 5. Arlington Road. Jeff Bridges plays Michael Faraday, a university professor who teaches about domestic terrorism, whose wife, an FBI agent, was killed in a botched raid. So he already knows what paranoia feels like. He already knows how it warps things, which makes it even harder to trust himself when his new neighbors start acting strangely. Tim Robbins plays Oliver Lang, affable, family man, great with his kids. And Jeff Bridges is not sure whether he's a terrorist or whether he's just projecting. The genius of Arlington Road is that question. Is Faraday paranoid or right? And the film holds it beautifully, longer than you'd expect, letting you oscillate, letting you decide, getting you quietly invested in the possibility that it's just paranoia. And then the ending arrives. I won't say what happens. I'll say that when it came out in 1999, it felt like a provocative thriller. Watching it now, it feels like something stranger, more uncomfortable, more prophetic. It's the kind of film that sticks with you not because of how it ends, but because of what that ending means. Number 4, The One I Love.
So since we're just kind of like dipping our toes in here, I think maybe we shouldn't spend too much time in there the first go around.
Okay. How's a 15-minute sound?
Yeah, I think that's good.
I want you to do something for me. Don't look this one up. Don't watch the trailer. Don't read the Wikipedia page. Just go in knowing this. A couple whose marriage is failing goes to a secluded retreat recommended by their therapist. Something in the guest house changes everything. That's all. That's genuinely all I'm giving you. Because the thing this film does, about 20 minutes in, is so quietly, perfectly executed that I'd feel like a genuine villain spoiling it. What I can tell you, Mark Duplass and Elizabeth Moss are both extraordinary. The film runs 91 minutes. Every single minute is earning something, and underneath the sci-fi conceits and the tonal juggling act, there is a film about something very real, about the gap between the person we fell in love with and the person standing in front of us now. about whether those two things are even reconcilable. One of those films where the twist isn't the point. The point is what the twist reveals. Go tonight, completely cold. Number 3, side effects.
911, what's your emergency? I need help. Someone's been murdered.
Steven Soderbergh said this was his last film. He retired after it. Then he came back, which is fair enough, but he went out briefly with this. Rooney Mara plays Emily, a woman whose husband has just been released after 4 years in prison for insider trading. She's been struggling with depression. Her psychiatrist prescribes a new experimental drug. And then something happens. Something the film calls a side effect. Here's what I love about side effects. It opens as one kind of film, a meditation on the pharmaceutical industry, the way doctors become mouthpieces for drug companies, the way vulnerable people get caught between profit and care. And then it pivots and becomes something completely different. And then that thing pivots again. Jude Law plays the psychiatrist. Catherine Zeta-Jones plays a former therapist. The cast is doing their best work, especially Mara, who manages to be both completely sympathetic and deeply, masterfully unreadable. Critics called it a postmodern Hitchcock thriller, which is accurate, but what it actually is 2 hours of being played like a fiddle by a master filmmaker who knows exactly which string to pull and when. Seriously underrated, seriously sharp. Don't miss it. Number 2, Coherence.
This is bad. This is really bad.
What's the box?
That was at the other house.
Oh my God.
Baby, what did you see?
Hugh, what did you see?
$50,000 budget, 5 nights of shooting in the director's living room, with actors who were given outlines of their characters, not scripts, and told to improvise. And what came out is one of the most unsettling science fiction thrillers of the past 30 years. 8 friends gather for a dinner party on the night a comet is passing close to the Earth. The lights go out. One house down the street still has power. 2 of them go to check it out. And what they find is... Look, I'm not going to tell you. Not a word. What I will tell you is this. The film is not about the comet. The comet is just the thing that makes visible what was already there. The tensions, the resentments, the choices people made and didn't make, the versions of their lives they picked, and all the other versions they quietly gave up. I found this on a random scroll at 11 p.m. on a Tuesday. I finished it at 1 a.m. I lay in the dark for a bit, then I watched it again the next night. No other film on this list did that to me. Number 1, Ratsasan. I know what some of you are thinking. An Indian film at number 1 on a Prime Video list? Yes. And I'd put it there again without hesitation. Ratsasan means demon, and this film is the most relentless, most technically precise, most emotionally devastating serial killer thriller I have watched in years. From any industry, in any language. It follows an aspiring filmmaker who, under family pressure, became a police officer instead. He's been writing scripts about psycho killers his whole career, which means when one starts killing schoolgirls in his city, calculated, invisible, always one step ahead, Arun is the only one who understands how this person thinks. The antagonist in this film is a masterclass in writing a villain. He is not loud. He is not theatrical. He is patient and methodical and intelligent in a way that makes every scene with him feel like the room has dropped 3 degrees. The background score is top-notch. Not music designed to tell you how to feel, but music that gets into the dread and amplifies it from the inside out. The first hour grips you. The second hour refuses to let go. The climax is one of the finest sustained sequences in thriller cinema. I know it's hard to watch with subtitle, but if you can, watch this masterpiece tonight. 10 films, all on Prime right now, all genuinely worth your evening. Start with Before I Go to Sleep, if you want something familiar done well. Start with Coherence, if you want your head gently rearranged. And start with Ratsasan, if you want to understand why Indian cinema is producing some of the best thrillers on the planet right now. Drop a comment with whichever one you've already seen, or the one you're watching tonight. I read them. Like the video. Subscribe for more lists like this. Now go watch something. Thanks for watching Cine Edge, and I'll see you in the next video.